So he purchased Twitter, and now he has to make some of that money back. There was a whole bunch of chatter on Twitter, no pun intended. Let's look at what some folks had to say about Musk, his comments about lords and peasants. We have the one and only. So Twitter's current lords and peasant system for who has or who doesn't have a blue check mark is bull it. Power to the people. Blue for only $8 a month. So you can purchase your blue only for $8 a month. Surely you know that stirred up a whole lot of conversation on Twitter about it. Let's pull up the one and only chief of receipts himself, Warren Gunnels. And he broke down for Elon Musk, just in case he didn't know, who the real lords and real peasants are. And he said, or he wrote the following: economic system in America, lords, the richest man in America who became over $180 billion richer in a pandemic wants you to send him money every month. Peasants, 60% of workers live paycheck to paycheck. One pink slip or medical emergency away from financial catastrophe. Warren Gunnels definitely hit that nail all the way on the head. And then Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez joined the conversation. Let's take a look at what she put out there. LMAO, laughing my off, okay? At Billionaires, earnestly trying to sell people on the idea that, quote, free speech is actually $8 a month subscription plan. I'm with you, Congress lady, really trying to sell that. But then we got Ben Shapiro, who just had to chime in on what the Congresswoman said. Free speech does not mean that services must be free of charge. You use your phone for free speech, but you also pay for the phone plan. Yeah, but it's a reminder, Twitter isn't so big on consumer spending. Let's put up this headline: Twitter Blue troubles. Twitter's app has only generated 6.4 million in consumer spending to date. I wonder, does Elon Musk have a problem? You might be wondering the same thing, especially since by 500% the use of the N-word has increased on this platform since he made the purchase, and other transphobic and homophobic remarks are being made by people who are really believing this whole notion of free speech, the speech to say anything about anybody, any way that you want to say it. This man is really causing a confluence of confusion and disruption on this platform. Now, Musk wants $8 so he can make up for some of those losses. So far, there was a headline today that he has lost a lot of money. Jordan?
Well, there's a few things at play here, and you're talking about the rise in hate speech, which shows the kind of people that he inspires. And through him and other right-wing figures, their rhetoric around free speech, that's the kind of behavior that so often is inspired by what they say and do. People don't see it as, oh, I'm free to protest the government. I'm free to speak about issues that typically don't get the same sort of attention in the media. It's no, how can I say the most heinous, reprehensible things possible, free from any backlash? And what he's trying to do here is insulate Twitter from any advertising losses, because I think he deep down knows that's what people are going to do. And I don't think he cares. But advertisers aren't going to want to be on that platform. Right now, Twitter's revenue, annual revenue, around 90% of it is advertiser based. And he knows there's probably going to be some losses if that's the type of people who really get active on the platform. So switching and pivoting to a more subscription-based model insulates them from any losses without him upsetting those reprehensible people in their user base or the people that support him. And what he's doing in addition to that, increasing the price of Twitter Blue from $5 to $8, is dangling verification over people's heads. Oh, you can get this verification check mark if you subscribe to Twitter Blue. That presents a whole new set of issues, because if it's traditionally, that has been reserved for people who have some sort of public profile, are prone to imitation, and Twitter takes an extra step to validate their identity. That's decent, whatever. And what he's doing is saying you can buy that because it has been coveted by some people. But that sets up a ton of scam potential. Like, who's to say I just go, like, I or someone else could go on there and just make, Wells Fargo official, buy Twitter Blue for $8 a month, and all of a sudden I'm out there DMing people asking for their bank credentials. Like, we need to hear more information about what this plan entails, because right now there are so many holes and it just seems totally misguided.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. And speaking of impersonation, I know lots of people who have been impersonated. Yours truly is among those, and that check mark is a way to delineate, because you have to prove that you are who you are. Now all you have to do is just buy it, and you can be anybody you want to be. Thanks, Elon. Everything is going so swell since you purchased Twitter. So far, so good.